Hello. For some reason, the music go really loud then. I don't know. For some reason, my stream deck is not communicating with my GoXLR. So when I press that button, it did not unmute my mic or, you know, do all the other bits it was meant to do. So that was weird. But anyway, hello humans, I'm the AlienDoctor, but you could call me Alien, and welcome back to another live stream on Truly Bedrock. We have got in the chat, Skyfire, Mitchie, a Winch. Welcome on in, guys. Hello, hello. Good heavens, an alien stream, and it's not even 5 PM. Cantus Girl as well, welcome on in. How are we doing today? I hope we are good. So, good morning. Hello, yeah, I thought I would, so, I'm like not in uni for 2 weeks because of the Easter holidays. And when I'm not in uni, I like to try and follow my old stream schedule of doing Tuesday evenings. The problem is I'm not going to be able to stream in the evening today, so I'm streaming in the late afternoon instead. Although for time zones, that doesn't really mean anything. But anyway, so yeah, that's why we're here. I'm actually trying to figure something out, and I can't, so that's not good. I thought before we actually get into the proper stream, I would do something I've been meaning to do for a while, and that is my fix my combined chat, but I can't actually remember. I can't actually remember how to get to the config page so that we can work on it. For context, if I switch to this scene, obviously you can see Minecraft and you can see the combined chat on the left. And it's kind of unreadable, so I wanted to go fix it. And I can't, because I can't actually find the config. Which is awkward. Pressing all the buttons. Dude, well, just got back from taking kid to school. Yeah, it started there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. I guess this is mildly annoying. Okay, give me 2 seconds and I'll show you what we're doing because I've got to log into something. But I've got to like write in my info. That's annoying. But surely I already have an account. I don't know why it's not been saved. The order is free, no payment required. Complete order. I've already bought this. Literally already bought this. Limbles, welcome on in. I have finally managed to watch an alien live stream in a while. Hey, welcome on in. How's it going? Okay, I believe... Yes, this is what we need. This is what we need. Where's display capture? Here it is. Boom. This is the combined chat that I use. We actually need the... We need the bit for the config. How do we do that again? Customize it here. Aha. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as a bookmark in my stream things. Multi-chat config. There we go. Perfect. So now what we can do... Oh yeah, you're probably not meant to see this URL. We're not going to hover over that URL. Although I don't think there's technically anything wrong if you do. Because all it would mean... Yeah, there's actually nothing in that URL that's dodgy because it's just the config. But anyway, that's not the point. How are we all doing on this Tuesday? So we need to... I could do with a few more messages to see it. Is this... Hang on, I need to load my settings. How do I load my settings? Paste my existing URL. Okay. Today we're learning with Alien about things he set up a while ago and that he can't remember how to customize since. All right, perfect. Can some test messages appear? Somebody send a message. Hang on, I'll send a message. Test. I can't customize it if I can't see it. I went network technician on the home network because internet went kaboof. Yes, that is a thing that I feel like everybody occasionally has to do. What actually is, like, if I make the font size bigger? Oh my gosh, I hate this. Why? Have I got to send a test message every single time? Apparently it's my job. Oh. Do we think the increasing the font is going to help? I don't think it is. Group consecutive messages. Beans. GG, welcome on in. How's it going? How's it going? Why is cheers disabled?
Truly outrageous.
I don't have kicks, so that doesn't matter. Gio, welcome on in. How's it going? Maybe we just try making it bigger then. Nearly hatched all the turtles. Amazing. This is excellent news. Okay, let me try something. Chat. Paste. Does that look nicer? Is Alien sick? No. The font size should be bigger. Does that make it more readable? It's mainly it's the boldness, isn't it? That's not how you spell it. How do you spell Helvetica? Font. Definitely more reasonable. Readable, even. Let's see if it works with this. No. What was if I get rid of that? The only problem is it doesn't follow the style because it's not in caps. And I put everything in caps when I use this font. And I know it sounds stupid, but that'll kind of annoy me. But this font is also bolder. To be fair, we can chat in all caps. I'm not sure if I like this idea. Maybe... Oh, okay. To be fair, there is actually another... I found a website the other day that I shared with the other Truly Bedrock members that I found last night. And it has a ton of different streamer bot and OBS related resources. So actually, I just set this one up. Let me just open Blue Sky in a new tab. No, in a new tab, something might show and I don't want it to show. It hasn't. Okay, good. Yeah, if we go to my profile on Blue Sky, I've got this automated post where the title is apparently broken. And then also this live thing that will appear. So when people see my Blue Sky profile, they can now see that I'm live and stuff. And then this post will delete automatically once I end the stream as well. And that's done through an integration on this website. Lurk work call. Thank you so much for your lurk. Hope your work call goes well. I did actually notice that this same person had a chat. I think it was called vertical chat. Yes, because it is vertical. So maybe I use this one instead. You've got your OnlyFans link on Blue Sky. Whoa, whoa. Wow. That's crazy. I have no such thing. I have no such thing. Yeah, maybe we try this, you know? Maybe we try this. If I type tested now, is that going to appear on the screen? It is. Maybe we just make it with this instead. So we want Twitch and YouTube. We want to hide. Actually, yeah, we can keep the platform icon. Hide timestamps. Keep all the badges. Exclude. Okay, so we don't really want to exclude anything. We want to exclude AlienBot. AlienBot. AlienBot 5159. We want a background. Maybe this is the new chat that I use. Background color. Oh, I don't know my hex code off the top of my head. Can I get it from this one? I can. In fact, can I just do... There we go. This is my color. Oh, but look, that's... No, we don't want all the background. We just want it on the message. Aha. Okay. And then we want to change the opacity to like... For some reason that number isn't updating. Okay, this is already better. This is better. We are making progress, guys. Then I think I had it on font 30 and it was this font. I promise we will get into Truly Bedrock in a second. I promise. Okay, this one actually doesn't have... I've got to lurk, just wanted to pop in and say hi. No worries, GG. Thank you so much for the lurk. This one actually... We need more fiddling. Well, this is excellent news, because that is exactly what we're doing right now. Let's copy this. And then let's see if we prefer this or not. Stream settings. Yeah, you see, that's not necessarily better. Let's just go with this one. And I'll just have to live with the fact that it won't be in all caps. It's struggling to connect though. After all the fiddling, it is struggling to connect. Connected. There we go. Stream settings tweaking with the alien tweaks his stream doctor. Oh my gosh, what's happened to the name? That's not the right font at all. Okay, we'll have to go back to the old font. Two transparent blues in chat. Nice. Yeah, no, that name isn't... The name isn't meant to look like that. That is something that I've noticed my web browser just
Mike
does
is a
in general.
big fan of Minecraft. He watches a lot of Minecraft.
Okay, we're just going to have to go like that for now. Mike on Switch, welcome on in. How's it going? We'll just have to go like that for now because I can't see a different way of doing it. Do you need to write these things in YouTube? It should be fine. I can just set... I think I just sent a message to YouTube. Don't know. I guess I didn't because it didn't appear. There we go. Yeah, see, it's fine. It's fine. The other question is, we could always do hide after. Like, I could hide the chat after like 30 seconds. Which would also... Because I've been thinking about this, and I'm not sure if I like the fact that there is so much on my screen. It feels like there's too much on my screen. So actually, yeah, let's hide the chat after 60 seconds as well. Let's see if I like this. And then we also need to make another one that is scroll reversed. And then this one is for my Java. So this is the screen I use for Java Edition. And we need to do the same on this one as well. Hi, does rude? I know, I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. Because I feel like the chat is very big. Basically. I'm also not sure. There's a lot. I don't know. Anyway, I can't actually find the chat overlay on my Java scene. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Chat reversed. Whack that in there. Okay, problem solved. The chat will now hide after 1 minute. You only have 60 seconds to let your voice be heard. Chat can't be big, it's not topical. Hey, Course, how's it going? And yeah, okay, that should fade out after a bit. Yeah, which it now is. 60 seconds is quite a long time, to be fair. But yeah, it just means that, like, I feel like 60 seconds is long enough. The other thing that we can do whilst we're here, which I do need to temporarily move over here, is we can do the same to blurp in terms of the style. Because my blurp setup is not consistent with the rest of my stream, if that makes sense. I'm thinking we reconfigure that real quickly whilst we're here. I'm tired, but I'm off for a few. I'm not too bad, thanks for asking. Is there ever a day where Cause isn't tired? Just keep writing. Yes, it's like a game to see whether you can keep the chat alive or not. Okay, let me just log into Blurb and make sure that there is nothing dodgy here. I don't actually know if you can change the style of the Blurb extension that much, to be fair. Customize alert. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. Background color. Okay, so that's the outline. We don't want an outline. So I guess we would just do this. Wait, I don't want to... What? I don't want to exit. So has that made that transparent? I feel like it hasn't. And then this background color needs to be... Okay, hang on. Let me hide my screen. I need to open... In fact, no, I don't need to hide my screen. I have it saved somewhere else. 1 moment, please. Let me try this. Hex code. I have it somewhere. Primary blue needs to be... Can I not... It's not letting me type in the hex code. Watching, always watching. Dodgy here, never always. We are watching the dodgy alien doctor. Wow. 11,157,2551. 11,157,255. So this is alien blue. This is now the actual alien blue. But it's only, oh, it's only doing the background of that image. I see. We actually need the, okay, hang on then. Hang on then. We need this one to be that, and then we need it to be a little bit, no, go away. And then we need to turn down the opacity to like 50%. .5. There we go. So that would match everything else. And then realistically, I guess this would just be yellow. Why doesn't it let you type in there? That's terrible. What's the point of having the numbers here if you can't type? So many settings. So base work equals technical fiddling. Well, I thought we would fix the chat, and then it occurred to me, is the chat even fixed now that I look at it? And then it occurred to me, maybe I should also do this as well. So now we're doing this. Although that is still the old chat, isn't it? That's the old font. Phantom, welcome on in.
Outrageous.
Zach, welcome on in. If I didn't just say it. Barely at work with an earbud in, might not be here for long. Oof. Oof. Okay, we'll do it this way. Hang on. 255, 2 red, green, blue. That's now yellow. And then we'll do the same what we did here. Even though that's now made it look more green. Okay, now is there somewhere where we can change the font? Aha. Perfect. What about... Oop. There we go. This is looking like me. Like my style. Okay, let's try this then. Although I wouldn't have any outline. Oh, that's just that outline. I could have a small outline. Small. Bro, SMP IP. What SMP? There's no SMP here. Okay, now how do I know if it's using the correct browser source?
Just do it!
Cool, that looks like the one we just created. I might change that slightly. But for now, it can stay like that. You're supposed to be the chosen one. Oh, man. Oh, man. Chosen to do what? Well, that is an excellent question. That is an excellent question. What was I chosen to do? Oh yeah, I did keep it at that font, didn't I? Okay, perfect. Right, I've done fiddling with the stream. The stream has finished being fiddled with. It's now time for real stream. I only read the previous messages too. Well, I gotta scroll up. If you can see this post, I've live right now. What is I've live? Target channel title. Whoopsies. Does it say I've live? It's meant to say I'm live. I made it last night when I was tired. Okay? Fine then, we'll fix that too. Jeez, Zach just doesn't want me to start the stream. He just wants me to keep doing not streaming. Naughty Zach. Where is it? Create post. If you can see this post, I'm live right now playing game. I don't know why the target channel title doesn't work. That's a future problem. There we go. I fixed the incorrect word. Did it get a nice parking space? The UFO? Technically, you're on the server already. This is true. I am already on the server. But now I'm really on the server. Half fixed. Yes, I half fixed it. This is why they call me the alien half-fixed doctor. I actually came down there for a very specific reason. Before we continue working on the custom cliff, I gotta get some stone. Because I need it. Stony things. A whinge? I think you had a typo in one of those tweakings. Me and Automod are not friends. You and Cam did almost. In fact, you and Cam did the exact same message, almost at the exact same time. Yours just had a typo in. So it said something else, which doesn't necessarily need to be auto-modded. It's not the worst possible thing in the world, but it is still funny. Oh, it's a Zach. Oh, great. Oh man, I know I shouldn't have done that blue sky post. He you know, Zach only knows I'm live from that blue sky post, and now he's always gonna come on every time I'm live and torment me. Why did I don't know why I put my shulker boxes all the way over there when I'm unloading the chests from here. It didn't seem like the smartest of ideas. Yeah, because we're going for a pretty decent amount of stone, actually. Which is good, because I've got too much stone, honestly. And before this, I wasn't really sure what to do with it. Oh, there he is. So this is actually very, very helpful. Very helpful indeed. Did you hear about your squid dying? Well, I noticed my squid had died. If that counts. By the way. Yeah, I was going to ask you guys if anybody knows what happens. What happened. Because I don't. A winch redeemed hydrate. I shall drink some water. Joel said it may have suffocated. When Joel says that, is that Joel is coming up with an excuse? Of what actually happened? Or is that a legitimate theory and we don't know? The water was only 1 deep in parts. Hello there. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I see you've got your hair back as well. This is good news for you. We delivered a new friend for you. I saw that. There was a baby mushroom in here somewhere. I don't know where. Here it is. Eric. Now, I wonder who had something to do with that. And then, yeah, I've noticed my pond has gotten slightly less layered. And a bit deeper. It's interesting. And then okay, there's 2 animals that I need to move over here. Because I have, obviously, Cowie from the previous stream. But I also found this cute little chicken, so I saved it as well. Look at this. Look at that. Cutest thing I've seen all day, and it makes little noises as well. It's extremely cute. I made it deeper in the hope we could find a new one for you. Sadly, I saw no new ones. Fair enough. No worries. Thanks anyway. Well, we've still got the thing now. What is... Oh, of course, that's that. It looked weird with the fog, the railway. I've already seen it before. You like having me over, right? Sure. Ow. Is he getting me to follow him? Is that what that meant? Oh, it was a block of diamonds. Oh, thank you. I guess I'll put that in my inner chest. Don't mind if I do. Oh. Okay, guys, I discovered something on Bedrock Edition right before I started this stream, and I need to share it with you. Now, please be prepared for your minds to be blown. Okay, I was messing about with this for a very long time once I learned it was a thing. Also, I should point out that everybody else probably knows this is a thing already, except for me. This is probably because I just haven't read the changelogs and didn't know this was a thing. Everybody else probably already knows about it, except me. So I just want to put that out there. But I learned that, like on Java Edition now, if you press a number on your keyboard whilst hovering over an item, it will go in that slot. So if I press 7, then... Or, if I press 2, then this item will go to the second slot. Now that isn't on Bedrock. Oh, well, it is. It didn't used to be on Bedrock, and it hasn't been on Bedrock for a while. What? Why is there a giant sheep head over here? Okay, well, we're saving you as well. Hi. You're coming with me. Yeah, no, so... That was an amazing thing that I recently discovered that I didn't know was a thing until right before the stream, basically. But that's a thing. That's been a thing on Java Edition for years. I always thought they were never going to do it on Bedrock because they just don't really ever do that sort of thing. But it turns out that they do. The sheep feels bigger than the actual sheep. The other problem is I don't actually have any golden dandelions left because I don't have any dandelions. Quite embarrassingly. I might have to borrow a dandelion from in here. Oops. Don't mind if I do. Longhorn, welcome on in. How's it going? Hang on a minute. Put down this. I need to get... I don't know why, but for some reason my utility box does not have any crafting tables in. Don't know where they've all gone, but I need to just craft like a ton of crafting tables so that that box can have some more in. I didn't know that either. Something I learned recently, the spawn anchor doesn't work at the end. I don't think I've tried it in the end, so yeah, I would not know. Oh, that just planted it. Can it not be leaded? There we go. Oh, thank you. This is great. Gives me diamonds, gives me whatever I possibly need. This is excellent. This is the sort of friendship I like. Hashtag not a baby. Right? Look at this head. Look at that head. That is a big head. I don't know if Cause... I haven't downloaded the new version. I saw Cause... I think he posted a new version of this. Or it might have been of one of the other packs. The Longhorn trying to get me with a creeper. Or it might have been one of the other packs. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if he updated it for my new face. But I've been meaning to do that. Because I've got a new face. This is my old skin. But also, like, look how giant that is. Just pull crafting tables from your Season 6 inventory. Ah, yes, that is exactly how it works. 100%, yes. Why didn't I just think of that? Pulling crafting tables from my Season 6 inventory. Ugh. I'd have done that. I wouldn't even have to build a base. I would have just pulled the base from my Season 6 inventory. Problem solved. As always, if you could click the NodeCraft link, it does help me out. Be glad we are Season 7 because that means I'm here. Ah, this is true. This is true. On Season 6, there was nobody, you know, when I'd say I randomly needed something on stream, there was nobody to go and get it for me. I had to do it myself most of the time. This is excellent, actually. Yeah. Season 7 might be my new favorite season. Clicked. Thanks, Sky. That's why we call you the Alien Master of Shortcuts Doctor. Oh, yeah. I've been thinking again about my Season 8 base. I had an idea for my Season 8 base not well before Season 7 started, but reasonably quickly into Season 7, let's say. I already had an idea for my Season 8 base. And I was thinking more about that again. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, because spoilers. Also because it might not happen yet. You never know. I don't know if I will actually do it or change my mind. Gotta finish Season 7. Well, and that too, to be fair. Such a tease. They do call me the Alien Tease Doctor, so it does make a lot of sense, actually. When you put it like that. Okay. Does the music... Hello, Zach. Ooh, thank you. This is what I like. I mean, you could have provided the gold too, but it's okay. It's okay. What was I going to say? I can't remember. To be fair, there is a part of me that has enjoyed Season 7 more than Season 6. Because even though I've made like way less Season 7 content, I feel like I've been more consistent. just the consistency has evolved less. I don't know. To be fair, it's also more to do with like my just kind of like almost relationship and mindset when... Oh, amazing. This is perfect. Thank you. I can't promise I can repay you. Just putting that out there. I feel like I'm in a better place. I was getting too stressed about Season 6 and making videos and making streams, and now I'm at peace.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Yeah.
I'm a mayor. Welcome on in. Someone said secret. They also called you the man of many secrets, Doctor. Hey, Muff. How's it going? Welcome on in. Stop it. Go away. Hey, Kai. How's it going? Welcome on in. Hello, I'm a mayor. How's it going? Welcome on in. We got the secret tunnel. Thank you so much for the what's it called? The blurb. The blurb. I mean, there are gold farms out there that you could probably use sneakily if you need gold. There are gold farms I could use not sneakily. There are community gold farms. I just don't need that. I need a bit for the golden dandelions, but I don't need enough to like warrant a trip over there right now. At some point I will build my own, by the way. That is in the planning. Maybe even the episode after the one I'm currently recording, to be honest. Oh man, Zach has left the game. How am I meant to get all my materials now? Oh. This is not ideal at all. That too, but it's funnier if you sneakily use one without permission. That's me. It is, but also like... I don't want to break anything. Do. Okay, the next time the music cuts out, I'm going to point it out and then ask if it cut out for you. So, I hope everybody has their listening ears activated. There's a hair in my face and it's distracting me. Get out of here. Thank you. I don't know if you needed to know that, but you do now. You're welcome. Whoops. Tried to move my mic. Music is pretty quiet right now. Yeah, it does look a little quiet, doesn't it? All right, we'll turn it up a little bit. In fact, hang on. I've just had a thought. A thought. Let me mute that because it might deafen you. It should be better now. Well, as far as we know, it's without permission. You could get permission and then not tell us, and we'd never know. This is also true. This is also true. Are you trying to say that that everything is fake and scripted and discussed behind the scenes before doing anything? Wow. Can't believe it. He's onto us, guys. Chronic Mitten, welcome on in. Is that a hair or hair? It's yes. It's yes. Music volume is good in my ear, but probably would be too quiet if I was listening on speakers. Yeah, also if I turn it up, it's too loud for me. Well, I can turn up the submix, I guess. It does look quieter than it used to be, so maybe it is. What volume actually is it? Yeah, let's turn it up to here. I turned it up. I turned it up. A little. But not loads, just a little. On while at work listening, but only sometimes typing. So how is everybody enjoying the new update so far? Are you happy with it? Do you wish there was more? Because that's the one thing that I've seen a lot. But also, in fact, I was posting about this yesterday. I'm quite happy with the way that they're doing updates these days. These smaller drops. I think they work quite nicely. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I think they work quite nicely. I know that there is less content in one go than there used to be. Like with the old way, it used to be one big update. But actually, if you look back at the last few updates anyway, they were a little smaller anyway. So the whole big update thing kind of fell apart past a certain point anyway. After they got too ambitious, I think. Personally, I really, really like the drop system because it is always giving us something to look forward to. There is always, pretty much always something going on. You normally, like with Minecraft Live, we knew the next drop and what it was going to be before this drop had even released yet. Which I think was quite nice. It gave us something to look forward to. And obviously, if you're into checking out the previews and the snapshot, then you can do that as well. Which you could do before, to be fair. So yeah, I think from that side of it is good. I like the fact that there are more regular updates. It just gives us something to... Like, sometimes I felt that a lot of hype was lost for the old updates because everybody had seen it for like basically half a year.
Truly outrageous.
In the previews and the Java snapshots. Moss, welcome on in. How's it going? Everybody had seen the old updates in the previews and the Java snapshots. So it wasn't like this big thing anymore because by the time it actually came out into the main release, a lot of people had played it or seen it in videos and it just wasn't quite the same, Whereas with this, with the new system, that isn't necessarily the case. I mean, it is in the fact that you can still, obviously you can check them out early and stuff in the previews and the snapshots. But they're not just waiting in the snapshot for as long. Like all the old updates would kind of be... They'd kind of be available before they were released for like months and months on end. Whereas with this, it's maybe like a couple of months in advance. Not sure you want it like that, but we don't have game sounds. Oh yeah, you don't. Good point. Good point. Hang on one moment, please. Game out. There you go. Game sounds have been restored. I don't know how loud they'll be with the music. But they are there. Fix one thing, break another. Yeah, that was Windows resetting audio devices. That's what that was. I did do a Windows update not too long ago. It was probably broken for the entirety of Stream Weekend then. Well. Game sounds are one of those things where they're nice to have, but I feel like they don't completely ruin the experience. Whereas, like, if there was no music, it would be a bit weird, I think. This is the way. Yes. Game sounds. How else will we tell you that you're being attacked or drowned by phantoms? Well, you can anyway. In fact, you even can when I'm not, just to troll me. I'm sure you would. Let me light up this island as well. I don't know what to do with this. Oh. Half of the island has now gone in the ocean. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. If I do anything at all. But I also feel like if I don't, it's somewhat in the way. Maybe actually we just go around it. Like, stretch this out and then basically just extend the island a little bit. Let me look at the space we've got. Yeah, we could do that. There are a few things I miss after switching to Linux, but Windows updates breaking everything is not one of them. Yes, that's, I imagine that is quite a nice feature of Linux. Not having Windows updates. I don't think I have haste all the way here, though. I'm assuming that, yeah, that beacon isn't going to reach here. To be fair, we've actually not got that much to break. Yeah, let's do this. Let's extend it so it goes past here. And then it can kind of go back in there. Like that. That works. Let's do that. And then we're also incorporating this bit. And we're extending the island, which part of this whole project was extending the island anyway. Like, part of the reason I'm doing all of this is to get a little bit more on the island. Because I was concerned basically that it wasn't big enough. Well, not even that. It actually wasn't big enough. I don't think. If it goes the way I'm planning on it going, then it needed a bit more. And the good news is we haven't actually started work over here. Also, we're getting through this cliff much quicker than I thought. So also from that perspective, just giving us an extra bit to do probably isn't the worst thing in the world. There we go. There is an update manager, but it usually works flawlessly. Yeah, can't say that about much in Windows, can you? I mean, even just like... I appreciate this is slightly more technical, but the version switcher that I was working on, and this is part of the reason why I haven't released it. Because actually, it functions, like it fully functions perfectly fine. And it, you know, all it's doing is running PowerShell commands. That is all it's doing. You know, any other function is either like related to the GUI or like something like file renaming. You know, it's not the main bulk of it, and the way to version switch, if you wanted to do it manually without a switcher, is using PowerShell. It's all done in PowerShell. And these are all commands that should work for like anybody that has a Windows computer. But the amount of issues that we were running into. So some people, well, pretty much everybody first time had to run the Windows corrupted file command to like fix corrupted Windows files, because even fresh installations of Windows had corrupted files that needed to be fixed with the Windows fix command, like before running the switcher. And like that was, if you tried to run the PowerShell commands manually, you'd run into the same issue unless you ran that Windows fixing command. So many fixes. So that was the first issue. The second issue was not everybody had an updated version of PowerShell. So we had to make sure everybody was updated to PowerShell 7. What was the other issue? The PowerShell, like, what's the word for it? Like, not syntax. Well, kind of syntax. I can't think what the proper word for it is. But anyway, basically, it was very inconsistent as to what we need to run to get people, to get the command to use a specific version of PowerShell. Like, let's say we wanted to use the PowerShell 7. Running it one way on my computer wouldn't work on Slack's, for example. Blue Shell is so much more powerful. Nice. I see what you did there. So, like... There. There's just all these little inconsistencies between everybody's computers, and there is literally zero reason why. Like, when everybody is updated on Windows 10 or 11, the latest version... Because it didn't matter whether you were on 10 or 11, and it didn't matter whether you were on the latest version or the oldest version. The consistencies and inconsistencies were just strange. And it is entirely the reason why I have not released the version switcher is because of that. I don't feel like having 3 billion comments of people telling me it wasn't working, which, to be clear, with something as technical as that, is always going to happen anyway. You know, you're always going to get those sorts of comments. But with this, it would have been even more so, and I just didn't feel like dealing with that, basically. So I use my version switcher, and it works great. And some people in TB have it, and they use it, and most people it works. I think the only person that I tried to get it to work on that hasn't got a working version right now is Slack. I know how to fix this issue, and I'm actually pretty sure I have made a working version now. That will work for Slack, but we haven't really sat down and tried it out yet. But he hasn't really said that he wants it as well. Like, I think he's fine at the moment without it. And the profiles work, which is something he was interested in as well. The profile switcher worked way before that. But anyway, I digress. If any of my friends want it, the version switcher, then I'm more than happy to sit down in a call and set it up with them. But I can't do that for however many people end up watching the video. I have issues, many issues. Yeah, did we ever get it working for you, actually? I can't remember if we got it working for Moss. Windows is made by Microsoft, which owns Mojang, so Windows is now more Bedrock edition of operating systems. Yep, pretty much. We can't fix those here. What is the shape of my island actually going to be? And I may need your help with something else. Insert always has been the meme here. This is true. This is true. Yeah, no. I'm fine with the shape. What do you need my help with? Mr. Logic. It's a lesser spotted moss. Oh, yeah. Because the O was capitalized, it threw me off then. Moss cam. Yes, I can sort that. You need it, is it whitelisted, or do you just need the spectator setup? Because I can do either of those things. You just have to be online. Both you... Actually, I think it's just the camera cow. Actually, it might just be your main. I can't actually remember which way around it is. One of the players need to be online. I'm pretty sure it's your main account. Whitelisted. Is that the username? I can do that now if you want. Someone call. Was me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure to set up the spectator mode stuff, you have to... hey Jade, welcome on in. Good morning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure to set up the spectator mode stuff, you actually have to be online, but I can't remember which way around it is. Whether it's you that has to be online, like the main account, or the camera account. Pretty sure it's just the main account has to be online, and then you tag it with the camera account's name. Anyways, let me add Moscam. I can say hi to Jade without hearing the song. This is excellent news. Is the username definitely Moscam? Well, if it is, it's been added. And if somebody else that isn't Moss owns the username Moscam, then I guess they can join. Oh, no. Well, I better remove that name then. All right, I will see you after the ad break. Don't panic, I have returned. This is why they call me the Alien Back Doctor. Opportunity to have snuck on the server with my soon-to-be alt account. Nice. Is wanting to buy a second copy of Minecraft to have an alt account. Jill says yes. Mitchie says yes. Well, I've got news. No, you don't. It depends what platform you're playing on. But on Bedrock Edition, no. So, here's what you have to do. And again, this is only for Bedrock Edition and also only PC. Step 1. Well, actually, this would work. Okay, you can do it on other platforms too if you're creative with it. But step 1, you need to, on PC, you need to be signed in to whether you download Minecraft from, whether it be the Xbox Store or the Microsoft Store. And ideally, you do the Microsoft Store. I'll tell you why in a second. Sign in on the Microsoft Store with the account. That has Minecraft purchased on. And then download Minecraft if you haven't already on that Microsoft Store account. Once you have Minecraft downloaded, go to the Xbox app and sign in with a different Xbox account. So this is how I do it. I have Minecraft already downloaded from the store with my TheAlienDoctor account, but when I want to use AlienBot on my PC, I go to the Xbox app and I just I just sign in with AlienBot's account, and then because Minecraft uses the account that you're signed into onto the app, you can then play Minecraft. I doubt it. I would just sign up for a bunch of kids' accounts in a family plan. Yeah, well, the way to do it on like Xbox would be that basically. Just make add your second accounts to a family, and then set your main Xbox, and this also works for PlayStation, as your main console, and then all of the family accounts on that device can play it. And I'll get back to that in a second. But on PC, if you want to use a second account without paying for it, that's how you do it. So I used to have a Windows laptop which could also run Bedrock Edition, and that's what I used to do my camera account on.
You're so mean. Ow. I hate you so much.
Wow.
I hate you so much right now. Ah!
I forgot that one goes on for a bit. The way that I used to do it with my old camera account is on my Windows laptop. I don't know what's going on there. Mossy423. That's your alt, isn't it? Yeah, the way I used to do it is I would just download Minecraft on my laptop. Mossy... Sorry, I can't multitask right now. Hang on. Mossy423. It could not add Mossy423 to the whitelist. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, on my old laptop that I used to use on AlienBot, I'd download Minecraft using my Microsoft Store account that had Minecraft purchased on, which is this one. And then when I wanted to use AlienBot's account, I would just sign into the Xbox app with AlienBot's account. And it would use AlienBot's account in-game. So that's how I did it without purchasing different Microsoft accounts. Because and again, this is just Windows. On Windows, all you need to do is actually have the game downloaded. As long as you have an account to download the game, it then doesn't matter which account you're using. When you launch the game, it's not checking to see if that Xbox account has a purchased copy of the game in the Microsoft Store. It is just checking which account it is, so it could use that Xbox profile. Now again, that's on PC, on Windows. Hygiene, your Xbox/MS account has a primary device like an Xbox. Other accounts can make use of games you have access to your primary device. Yeah, that's just on Xbox though. That only applies to Xbox. That works on any PC. Because I used to do it on both my PC, like this one, and my old laptop at the same time. So the whole primary account thing and secondary is a Xbox thing. But yes. See, I stopped playing guitar to play Minecraft and this happened. Wow, I'm learning. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like basically you just need to use the Microsoft Store on the account that you have Minecraft purchased on to download it. And then in the Xbox app, you just sign into a totally different one. It does me. Makes sense. No, but then why should it? Our kids both had accounts on our Xbox, but they didn't really have accounts, so they wanted to play on the PC. Gotta run work calls. Have fun, everyone. See you, Cam. Hope the work calls go well. Our kids both had accounts on our Xbox, but they didn't really have accounts until they wanted to play on the PC. Yeah, so the way that you'd get around that without having to each buy them one, unless obviously you want Java, which is different, is you'd log in. Let's say, Giol, your account is the one that has purchased Minecraft. And again, this is just for PC. You would log into the Microsoft Store on your account. You would download the game. And then on the Xbox Store, one of the kids would log into their account. Sorry, not the Xbox Store, the Xbox app. One of the kids would log into their account on the Xbox app. And then they'd be able to play Minecraft for free because your account downloaded it, but it's using their Xbox profile. They wanted to play on Java. Well, that's a different thing. Yeah, you can't. You do need to have. You have to buy accounts for Java. Yeah. That is the thing. That is the thing. Which makes sense. Oops. I mean, honestly, this workaround on Bedrock doesn't really make sense, but, you know. I'm not complaining because it means I haven't had to buy more. Well, I have had to buy lots of Minecraft copies over the year, but not, you know, not one for each account because I have like 4 or 5 different old accounts that I've used in the past. Some of which at the same time, when I used to do like story stuff, which maybe will get revived one day. Hi there. I'm just trying to build, but nice to meet you. Get out of here. You can stay. Mysterious arrow. Rest, I missed a turtle dropping a skew hour. One more left. Did you not have hoppers under or hopper minecarts? When you said you were AFK, I thought you were like actually AFK. But I feel like you've just been staring at them this entire time. Which isn't the, I don't know if that's the best way of doing it. I don't want to be that guy. No, I was literally AFK and missed it. Okay, well, never mind then. I was a little worried when you... Yeah, but when you said you missed it, did you not have, like, a collection? But yeah, anyway, that's the thing. That is the thing. Free old accounts, technically. Because yeah, I should also mention that the Xbox / Microsoft accounts are free. You don't have to buy them. Unless you want to download the game from that account, which there isn't really any benefit to doing. The Xbox app doesn't like it. It does say like, oh, you're not signed into the same account that's in the store. Ah. But it's not a problem. Presumably, any other account that uses Xbox profiles, or sorry, any other game that uses Xbox profiles, that'll work for as well. I haven't tested it, but like, I don't know, Sea of Thieves, for example, is the first one that springs to mind. It uses Xbox profiles. It'll work for that as well. Actually, I still have my old Windows laptop that I used to use for the AlienBot account, and I pulled it out yesterday, and gave it a bit of charge, so so I could turn it on, obviously, just to see if it was usable, and it was still incredibly not usable. For anybody that doesn't know what happened to this laptop, let me give you the list. So this was a laptop I had for actually less than 2 years, I think, before all this stuff started happening. Some of the issues actually started happening like 3 months into owning it. And it was a nice laptop that was partially a present and partially something that I bought basically when I started college. Because I did like media in college, and it was really helpful to have your own laptop that could edit and that sort of thing. So I wanted a powerful laptop. These grounds are so annoying. So yeah, I wanted a powerful laptop that basically I could do my work on and stuff. And in the beginning, I also used to edit my photos for what is now my business on it as well. One other thing I should point out is, yes, I do have a powerful PC. But there are two reasons why I don't want to use my powerful PC for that sort of thing. Number one is it's much harder to dox yourself if you don't use your PC for anything personal. So this PC never gets used for anything personal. On very, very, very rare occasions, I might have to pull up an incognito tab for something. But otherwise, this never gets used for anything personal. And then second of all, this is a PC. It's not very portable. And I kind of, having the laptop meant I could bring it into uni and in the later stages of its life, also bring it to like media tables for various sporting events. So yeah, anyway, I digress. The issues with this laptop. First of all, the most noticeable one when you look at it, the hinges were falling off. Now, I kept good care of this. It was in the dedicated laptop bit in my bag. I didn't throw it around or anything like that. I didn't abuse it. It was a perfectly fine laptop. It had a great life. And the hinges were just falling off. And I was like, well, this is terrible. Why? This is not good at all. So I actually opened it up at one point because it was pretty clear that the warranty was useless, which we'll get to later. I opened it up to try and fix it, and basically what had happened in this is the holes where the screws go into had just broken. Like, there were these sort of rubber bits that the screws go into to hold the hinge and the screen together and stuff, and the rubber from those bits had literally broken. Like, the hinge... I don't know how else to describe it than that. The screw hole that was made of rubber had broken, so it was no longer a screw. It was just a bit of metal in a hole, basically. I think there was 1 out of 3 that were left. Alien is unhinged. The laptop was unhinged. Jeez. So anyway, that was the biggest, like, cosmetic-related issue. There weren't really anything else like that cosmetically that I can think of right now. Where are you coming from? There you are. Let me get my looting sword. You never know. Could always do with a trident. That was the most noticeable issue cosmetically. Now, it didn't necessarily stop it from being usable too much. Like, the screen shook a little if you shook the laptop when it was open. But it wasn't the end of the world. It still stayed open. It was still usable. It just wasn't ideal. I actually, when I went in to fix it, the way I left it was basically the only thing stopping the hinges from literally coming fully out was the heatsink. So the laptop is actually, or the hinges and the screen and stuff, is actually resting on the heatsink, which is not good at all. Luckily, that was in its final few months of me still using it, and luckily it was only the final few months, so it wasn't really an issue. But it wasn't great. It was not, it was far from ideal. Anyway, that's issue number 1, which is also the last issue. We're going in a weird order here. Issue number 2. Windows logins. Almost anything, with a few exceptions, almost anything Windows related would take anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour at times to log in, including logging into Windows itself. So I'd log in with my account and it would take anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour to sign in. Now, some of the fixes that I did to try and fix it were: make sure the BIOS was updated, make sure the drivers were updated, make sure Windows was updated, reinstall Windows, but with the OEM version that had all the stupid bloatware. Multiple times. I reinstalled Windows a lot on that computer. Messed around with, like, fixing corrupt Windows files. Basically, I did a ton of stuff. I even spoke to the support people who just had no idea. Like, I actually sent it off at one point to HP, who made the laptop, be like, can you fix, please? After having multiple phone conversations where they remoted in and couldn't get it working, by the way. They literally remoted in and couldn't get it working. So I was like, okay, they want to send it off, get it fixed. That's fine. Let's do that. So we did. Comes back. All they've done is reinstall Windows. It was not fixed. But it's like also kind of hard for them to fix if I'm sending it off, because like they'd have to sign in with their own personal account, or you know, like they don't have my account to sign into, so I don't know how they were testing it, if you get what I'm saying. But so obviously that happened in login, like I said. It also happened when I wanted to play Minecraft or any Xbox related game, but Minecraft, you know, being the main one. Use a local account instead of an MS account. Yeah, so that was fine for the login, and that's what I did do in the later stages. And that was fine for logging in. It was, but if I wanted to play Minecraft, I still had to log into my Xbox account, and it would happen in the Xbox app. It would happen in, I don't know, the settings app where you log into the Microsoft account. Interestingly, it didn't happen in any of the Office apps. It didn't happen in Word or PowerPoint or anything like that. But yeah, anything else really that needed a Microsoft login, it did. I can't think. Minecraft was the big one, because it would be like, okay, it's time to record a time lapse. Wait 5 years for my account to log in. And also worth mentioning, you know, this is the same account I use on this computer, and it had that issue. I used AlienBot's account, same issue. I used my personal Microsoft account, same issue. I tried, I think, 4 or 5 accounts in total. I probably reset and fully reinstalled Windows over 10 times, both with the OEM provided version and the regular Microsoft version. I updated drivers, did BIOS. Sounds like your account. I'm pretty sure I created a new account just to test it, and the same thing still happened. My Win 10 was slow booting up. I had to reinstall Windows. This isn't even the booting. This is just the logging in. But yeah, no, I thought maybe something's wrong with the account. But also, I use it on this computer, and I tried new accounts. Sounds like a job for Linux. Literally. If I wanted to still use it, I would have to use Linux. Keyboard chair interconnect issue. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. Val, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you doing? I was just talking about my old laptop before my current one, and all the issues it had. Yeah, it definitely was not an issue with the Microsoft account, like 100%. But the problem is, I don't know why I'm trying to sleep, because somebody already did that. Super lucky Val raid. Cathedora, welcome on in. Kit Joe, welcome on in as well. How are you all doing? What were you up to in your stream, Val? If you're here, we are all Val. Yes, we are. We are all Val indeed. Yeah, it definitely wasn't an account issue, but the problem is, HP would blame Microsoft, and Microsoft would blame HP. Explain. So it was kind of a case of like, well, who's, you know, we don't really care who's to blame as long as somebody can fix it. I think there must have been something wrong with that laptop. Like, so it was probably HP's fault. But it can't have been like software. Because, like, it, you know, full reinstall BIOS updates and downgrades, and I don't know. Unless, like, you know, if I Googled it and loads of people had that issue, then maybe there'd just be something wrong with, like, the firmware. But it wasn't. I put it in multiple Reddits. You can, if you look at my Reddit profile, you can probably find posts. I think I put it in, like, support forums as well. I couldn't, like, the Linus Tech Tips one, I couldn't find anything. Hey, it takes a lot of time and energy to customize those ads in the start menu specifically for you. Well, when it first started happening, I was like, great, I can reinstall Windows, and I'll also get rid of the HP bloatware as well. So I thought, oh, great, it was a double win. And then the reinstall didn't fix it, and I was like, oh, great. I've got rid of the HP ads, but at what cost? But yeah, I'm never buying HP again because of this, by the way. I'm not a fan of HP. I've had trouble with every laptop my parents ever bought from them and spent many hours fixing the problem. Yeah, well, I'm the same now. I don't care how good the price is. I have zero intention of getting HP ever again. Not a fan. Yeah. And it's very interesting that a lot of people are saying the same. Although Sky is saying she had a HP desktop back-to-back, happy with both. Old PC lasted 10 years. Well, apparently you are the outlier. So maybe it's a desktop-laptop divide. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What else was I saying? Because that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Some of it was my dad's fault, just turning it off without shutting down Windows and corrupting his account at least 3 times. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Fair enough then. Okay, the other one that I can think of that was the biggest issue of them all. Because actually, I feel like there was another issue that we ended up fixing. Like, HP were able to fix this issue. I can't remember what it was, though. But there was one issue that they did fix. That was hardware. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, yeah. Also, on the topic of the screen that I mentioned earlier, the keyboard would scratch the screen. Like, when the lid was closed, the keyboard literally left scratches in the screen. So if you look at the screen now, you can literally see the outline of almost every single key on the keyboard. I'm not even joking. Like, it was just badly made. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, and then the final issue is it had power issues, which is only something I figured out more recently. Basically, it would randomly turn itself off. It would do like a full restart. So it would turn off, go to like the HP loading screen, and then boot back into Windows and ask for my login, which is not ideal when the login took, you know, anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour to actually log in. So yeah, that wasn't fun. And it would just randomly do that. It did it yesterday when I got it out, for example. And I looked at Event Viewer, and it's to do with power. So I don't know. I had it plugged in directly to the wall. So I don't think it's the battery necessarily. But I don't know. I also don't care anymore because I have a new laptop. I don't actually need it. But yeah, anyway. That's why you put the screen protector between the screen and keyboard. At least that's the issue. At least on that issue, the others all suck. My MacBook does not have that issue. Just saying. HP equals has problem. My PC is HP and my ports and Wi-Fi work at least 80% of the time. Don't you literally... Doesn't your camera, like, glitch out every so often from the USB issue? On stream. Like, yeah. It's all starting to make sense now. Bad battery can affect performance even when plugged in. Oh, yeah, I know that. But I mean, when it's plugged in directly to power, would a bad battery that randomly turns off affect it when it's plugged in? Because the issue wasn't the performance. The issue was the random turning off. But according to Event Viewer, was a random loss of power. Yes, it can. Well, there we go then. I almost need like a battery bypass way. I wonder if I opened it up, took out the battery, or just unplugged it, and then plugged it directly into power, would it still work? And would that fix the issue? Because then that would confirm it was a battery issue. Yes, try it. That might be a thing to do. Because it's not the end of the world if it isn't, because I don't need it anymore. As I say, I've got a different laptop now. But it was really helpful to have for time lapses and stuff. It actually ran Windows. And what's annoying is it was a really good laptop, and performance-wise, it was perfect, you know? Like, at times back then, at least, I've upgraded my PC since then, but at times it ran better than my PC. Like, performance-wise and specs and stuff, that was never an issue. It was great. That is a way to troubleshoot it. Yeah, I might have to try that then. I'll just have a laptop that literally doesn't have a battery in it, and is not functional as a laptop anymore. It's fine. Fine. Same with Dell, except their Thunderbolt docking bricks are garbage. Lenovo really is a cut above, but they can have cheaper options too. There is an interesting history where they bought out IBM's ThinkPad brand, the business standard. They kept the quality up pretty well, at least in that product line. Yeah, I do quite like ThinkPads. Quite randomly, I will admit. But I think I've talked about this on stream before. It turns out there's like a whole community of ThinkPad modders. Like for some reason, ThinkPads, particularly older ones, are actually like not too hard to like mod essentially. Normally, laptops have everything or a lot of the components soldered, so you can't really mess about with them in the same way. But interestingly, a lot of less so in the newer ones, but largely in the older ones, which isn't too unusual. Not that much is really soldered, and that's general. That's a thing in general. Most laptops that are older don't have everything soldered together. It's just newer laptops that do because they hate consumers, basically. But yeah, interestingly, there is just a whole sort of community of ThinkPad modders out there on Reddit and other places. And I find that pretty cool. I have a Lenovo desktop. For the record, I have an IdeaPad. Is that Dell? I have a Lenovo desktop from 2012 that I bought refurbished 8 years ago. It runs flawlessly. Very nice. My work laptop is a Tecra Dynabook. I've never heard of that brand. It has been quite reliable, except the battery does not hold a charge very well anymore. Yeah, that's probably inevitable with most laptops. People are going to not like me saying this, but the only laptop that I haven't had a battery go bad in is my MacBook. And people aren't going to like me saying that, but it's true. I don't know what to tell you. What is this? Hang on, I've got an email that I was worried about receiving. Ooh, actually, you know what? This is a different email for what I was expecting. That's actually a decent. I'm happy with that email. Actually, no, I will take that email and I will reply to it at some point in the future. I thought it was a different email that was basically my university being like, please, could you do some free photography for us? Please, please. But this one was actually more like, we have a really cool event. Please, could you do some photos? We might be able to pay you. I'm new here. I have no idea. But it was normally when my uni asked me to photograph an event, it's extremely not very well detailed. They don't give much details about what the event is or anything like that. And it's a pain trying to organize it. Obviously, it's for free as well, which I kind of understand, but it's still less than ideal. And the events aren't normally that great, basically. But actually, the one that I just got through looks extremely interesting. Not a fan of macOS, but their hardware is great. Comes at a cost, though. Yes, does come at a cost. I have this philosophy in general, but pretty much anything tech related, I get either used or refurbished, ideally. Generally refurbished is my preference. So that was the same with my MacBook. There was literally no way I was going to be spending that much money on a laptop. So I got it refurbished. I found a UK-based seller that had a good reputation online. I did lots of research. And I found a UK-based seller that sells refurbished laptops, or MacBooks specifically. MacBooks and, well, Macs in general, not just MacBooks. And I bought it from there. And I have no regrets. The price was good. I checked things like the battery health, and it was on pretty much 100%. Like, I think it was on 99, which I'll take. So it's not even like the battery had been used loads. It came with the charger. There was no scratches, anything like that. You wouldn't know that it was... The only reason you wouldn't know it wasn't new is because it didn't come with the original box, which I can live with. Gilded cage is still a cage. Lenovo is what IBM came. Yes. But, what was I going to say? No box, unacceptable. Well, it came in a box, just not the original box. Which I can live with, you know? If getting that much of a discount, it was like more than £1,000 off the full price. It was probably more than... Yeah, well, it wasn't more than that. Like, if that's the price I have to pay, is not having a box, then I will take it anytime. That's my sort of philosophy when it comes to like buying most technical related bits and pieces now. You know, I generally look to get my cameras either used or refurbished, or to be fair, actually grey imports, because then it's new as well, but that's a different topic. But yeah, no, zero complaints. I've had it for almost 2 years, and it's worked great. And it doesn't have... Literally, I have had zero issues with it. I have never had a performance issue with it. I have never had... like, I basically never have any bugs with it, is the other thing. Like, anything I do have is normally Adobe's fault. So, you know... Refurbished usually means it actually works because somebody took the time to fix and test it. Exactly, exactly. So is it the same price as a laptop from any other manufacturer? What, like any other Windows laptop? Yes. It was. But, and I will, like, die on this hill that the way I use my MacBook, I could not use a Windows laptop for. On the basis that, first of all, I tried it. Granted, it was with a reasonably broken Windows laptop. But also on the basis of just, like what I've heard and seen and experienced from speaking to other... experienced myself and heard from speaking to other people in person and online and research... that, like, I made the right choice getting a MacBook. Because a lot of the photography I do isn't just coming home and editing afterwards. A lot of it in sport is also having to edit and get content out during the event. So I need a laptop that has a decent battery life, decent performance, and ideally doesn't run down the battery like crazy. Doing the high performance tasks. And that's the thing, like, I can edit so many photos, and my MacBook battery, even after a year and a half, lasts so long without being plugged in, even when I'm editing photos and videos. Like, how long it can last without a charger is actually pretty crazy. With any Windows laptop that I've seen or heard about, it either gets laggy if you're running it on battery, or if you run it in a performance mode, it loses battery really quickly. And I've never had that issue on my Mac. So, and I think also, if you just look around at these events, for example, and look at what everybody else is using, literally everybody else is on a MacBook as well. And I think there is a reason for that beyond clever marketing. Because obviously, the same thing could be said about phones, right? Like, everybody has an iPhone. But I think that's also different. In my opinion. Because that's just more to do with the trend. and the marketing, as opposed to like, I don't have an iPhone since Sky. Same. I also don't. But obviously a lot of people do. And I think that is just to do with like it being trendy. But anyway. Beans. It's Beans playing a Warcom. Hey Beans, how's it going? I'm not the biggest fan of macOS, but honestly, a lot of the time I prefer it over Windows. Look, here to look as I'll be at work. Hope work goes well. Thank you for the look, Beans. Motorola.
Subscribe to TheAlienDoctor.
Nice. Nope, not in here. Thank you so much for the follow, Kanokai Raiku. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I have a Samsung. I'm in the Samsung ecosystem. I've got my Samsung Buds, my Samsung phone, my Samsung watch. And that's it, actually. I used to link it to my Windows laptop because there's like integration with that. But, you know, I don't have a Windows laptop anymore, so I can't do that. Which I don't... I like never use that integration, really. It was actually more annoying than helpful, so I'm not at all missing that. I'm not... I'll tell you one thing as well that I cannot wait to have is AirDrop. They're adding AirDrop to Android where it supports Apple devices. That is so helpful for me. Do you know how much stuff I have to send through my phone? And I found this app called Local Send that uses Wi-Fi to basically do an equivalent of AirDrop, so I can send stuff to my phone. But it's not the same. You've got to open the app and faff about with it. And yeah, it's just not ideal. And they're actually adding AirDrop to Android now, and I cannot wait for that. I like how you have the Minecraft skin on your screen. That is so cool. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. I'm always in two minds about it and whether I should keep it. My main concern was that there was too much on the screen, but I actually, at the start of this stream, made a slight change to that, where the on-screen chat that we have that's just disappeared in that side now disappears after 1 minute. And I think that's helping the screen not be too full up of stuff. Because I think when the chat was there as well, the screen had too much on it. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, the reason I have to AirDrop so much is because like posting photos and videos and stuff to things like Instagram and other social media is so bad on a PC or, you know, on a desktop, on a laptop, whatever, on anything that isn't a phone. Posting like photos to Instagram is so bad, and that is like half of my job. So I have to, when somebody else posts, I can just AirDrop it to them from my MacBook because they have an iPhone. But when I'm posting, I have to use this Local Send app to do it, and it's not ideal. So now, you know, once they actually add it, I will just be able to use regular AirDrop like everybody else, and everything will be great. Sorry, I know I did miss a few messages there. Let me have a look. I had a work Dell laptop that was always plugged in sitting at my desk. At some point, it just decided to stop charging the battery when powered on. So after 6 hours or so work, it would shut itself down because of low battery, even though it was plugged in. When it was shut down, though, it would charge the battery fine. That is very odd. Very odd. I have an old Toughbook running XP that I keep for the DB9 port. It doesn't touch the internet, and it's used to program and update radio gear. That's pretty cool as well, actually. I don't know why. I always find it cool when people just have, like, old, like, tech around, basically, for, like, a very specific purpose. And, like, something that hasn't been modernized on purpose. That is very cool. I don't know why I find it cool, but it is. So, you're welcome. Okay, let me just, yeah. Do. I did mention it in my Discord the other day as well, which you can join with the link right there. But I have began working on my next Truly Bedrock episode. So that's exciting for me because I want to get it done. Might be exciting for you as well. I don't know. But yeah, TV episode coming soon. Maybe as early as next week, honestly. I'm not doing loads in this episode, so it's extremely possible. But it's next week. It kind of depends, to be honest. I'm trying but getting frustrated again. Oof. What, with Minecraft? Or is it like, are you having other issues now as well? Exciting times. Indeed, indeed. I'm slightly biased, but yes. Okay, boom. We have completed one loop. One half of the Oreo cliff is now complete. As you can see. This is excellent news. Let's sleep real quickly. Slightly, a lot. GG Alien, that's a lot of progress. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Funnily enough, like I've made some progress in this off camera, but the most productive I've been doing it has been on stream. So I'm not sure what that says about my productivity. But anyway, this bit's still quite flat. I don't know, it's all right, but it is relatively flat, which I guess somewhat matches the original island, to be fair. That is quite a flat stretch. We've got like a whole expansion over here, which I'm actually really happy about. I definitely needed that looking back. Yeah, this island was too small. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was too small. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this, but there's other reasons as well that I've already discussed. One bit that I actually might change is up here. I might raise this a little bit and then basically increase the size of this so that it matches. Like the deep slate might incline a bit so that it matches this, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does. Because otherwise we're going to have like a weird dip down here. So like extending this to the edge. I know what I mean. I don't know whether it makes sense. But we will work on the other bit first. Are you going to extend things below the waterline? Yes. That is also... So the first stage of the plan is sculpting, which is kind of what I've done. This is how I'm describing it. As just getting like an outline. Then I'm going to do the outline for the top bit as well. Once I've done that, I'm going to add in other materials. So with the stone, I'll add in andesite and maybe some ores, like iron, depending on how I feel. Definitely some andesite in there and something else, I think, as well. Tough. That was it that I forgot. Then, with the cobblestone, we'll add in mossy cobblestone and maybe some full moss blocks here and there. And then finally, we maybe some rooted dirt if I can find enough. But I don't know. The dirt might just stay like that. Then we're also going to add in slabs and stairs between the deep slate so that that is slightly more textured. And we'll also make the deep slate go up and down slightly as well. Potentially. I haven't decided about that last bit. But yeah, that's the plan. But then the bit over there, because of this sort of like hill, this bit might actually... Because if we look over here, I'm obviously sort of building it to the island's height and then just having like a little bit there. What it might be worth doing instead is actually just building this bit higher and then connecting the top to this bit is what I'm thinking. And then also that, because the other thing is this sort of hill that building is propped up on feels still quite small for it. And most of that's over here. So if we expand it over here, then there'll be more space for this and it won't feel quite like it's propped up and that the wind is going to blow over and break it. That makes sense. But yeah, also we are doing below the waterline as well. I don't remember if I said that. Waterline will probably become last. Like that'll be a last thing. But this is basically my stream project for the next however long, because there's so much to do on it. And I just wanted a consistent stream project that I could work on so I didn't have to ruin the, what's the word? Continuity of my videos, basically. So yeah, that's that. I think it's going pretty decently. Flow says wind. Yeah, well, flow as well, to be fair. Like, I would do live recording, but it's not the same. It's not the same. But anyway, that's enough faffing. Moss, you're already whitelisted. Moss trying to get me to whitelist his account. You know, we just copied over last season's. Okay, so let me now check. In fact, I can't run commands. I have to do it in here. Tag list the AlienDoctor. Oh, sorry. Tag the AlienDoctor list. Okay, hang on. Tag Mossy list. Yeah, actually, Moss, you should be good. Your camera account is already set up. It should have the spectator mode. And obviously, it's already whitelisted. But we thought my cam account was whitelisted, but it wasn't. Well, Moss's definitely is. So, I don't know what to... I don't know. It is because it's logged in. I don't know why yours wasn't, because we did just copy over the whitelist from the previous season. Yours remains a mystery. I had an issue with my account. Oh. Well... that is pretty dumb. This music's too low-key. I need to go through this playlist. Alright, I need the cobblestone and the dirt. Which I don't have as much of. Although I think Zach provided some stone and some diorite that we can craft into... I guess we can stone cut to cobblestone now, actually. That's going to be so helpful. I'm going to say Zach provided some cobblestone.
Don't do dumb, don't do dumb, don't do dumb, don't do dumb.
That I can turn into andesite, but actually I may end up just using... the cobblestone. Okay. Let's see how this works out then. I can list my 400 other woes, but I won't. Like skins. Yeah, skins are an issue as well. Issues of dumb should ban them, says Win. Yes. Ban all issues from now on are permanently banned. Thank you. I have made this the rules of the stream. Where's my cobblestone? Here it is. I need some rockets. Rocket shop coming soon as well. I only just learned that there's a rocket shop that you can buy rockets for gold. But there's Silent has a rocket shop where you can buy rockets for diamonds, which would be my preference, but it's extremely overpriced because it's just from like day 3. So yeah, I'm planning on building a diamond rocket shop that you can buy rockets from. And there is already a gold one that honestly I may also do as well. I may also do a gold one just to be that person. Where you get gunpowder? My witch farm, of course. Really? Where would that be? In the swamp. Also, I've I've recorded a bit about the video. In my video, I need to message you about the shop not being stocked. The one and only famous witch farm? Yes. A shop for rockets? No way. Yeah, well, yeah. Just wait until we build that redstone shop that you said you'd help me build. Yeah. Okay, how did I do this bit? I like mixed in the dirt and the cobblestone. I can already tell this bit's going to be annoying to do. It gives me annoying vibes. The one I built like day one. That one, the one sitting there empty with... Okay, it was not day one. On the basis that we didn't make that deal on day one, it was not day one. There's an abandoned gas farm that makes the... Yeah, well, that too as well. I mean, I've got loads of gunpowder at my witch farm. I think Jill AFK'd one point. I've AFK'd in the past. I have plenty. And I'm working on getting alien bot back on. And he can come in AFK. Okay, day 3. I don't think it was day 3 either. I think it was probably the first week. But on the basis that I can remember what I did on day 3, which was go to the nether with Slack, I'm pretty confident that it was not day 3. Just putting that out there. That was the same day we did end raiding. I recorded a lot that day. I recorded the end raiding episode. I recorded the nether episode with Slack. All of the episodes. Day 6. Day 6 is more realistic. I mean, it might have been like day... Yeah, no, day... Yeah, that works. 7 or 8. Let's just say week 2. Maybe like 9. Yeah, I could almost do actually with building it from down here, I think. It was, look, it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Not wrong about that. Winds redeemed, hydrate. Thank you for your redemption. I actually threw the mouse across my mouse desk then. Did a little spin. Needs to keep Alien hydrated. I agree. I like it when Alien is hydrated. Will we do another ad break? Because I feel like I need to stretch. Okay, there's one soon. Got to keep the eye moist. This is true. This is true. We do. We do. The way I was doing it is actually, yeah, no, let's not do that. I was thinking maybe I'll just add this ring of dirt around, but that will potentially mess up bits. Yeah, one of my favorite bits about this whole project is that we're getting more space on the island. This didn't start as a way to expand my island. It started as a way to make it look nicer. And then it occurred to me that I could also expand the island whilst doing this. And since then, I have fallen in love with this project. This is one of my favorite base improvements that we've done this season so far. Is giving the island more space. Because it was in the back of my mind for a while that it was too small. I was like, I don't know what to do about this. You know, like I could expand it, but that's a bit of a pain to do. And here we are expanding it. So yeah, I'm happy. Like, just think where would the original island have come to? The original island was like here. Like, so then we also had something similar to this bit here. So like the actual sort of edge of where I could build would have been like here. And then that's just way too close to this, but there wasn't enough space. I don't know. I just like the fact that we're now having extra space around everything. And then also is actually giving more space for building. Oh, okay. Never mind. We are at an ad break. I'll see you after the ads. I have returned once again. This is excellent news. Do not panic.
Don't you honk and goose me. I am not to be honked.
Yes. As I once said, no honking off the lizard. I'm not a fan of those commercials that verbally say, add to cart. Note to self, no honking of the lizard. Exactly past me. Exactly. Yeah, no, that seems like a bit of a flaw in the ad. To say those words. Or maybe it's not a flaw. Maybe that's how they get you to buy their stuff. They're like, yes, we will actually just literally make you buy it. Yeah, no, that isn't good though. They shouldn't do that. Cam is a penguin. Welcome on in. I'm not reading that message out. Multiple ads are doing it to try and trick people. It's not nice. That's crazy. How are you doing today, Cam? Trying to jump around and I'm failing. There we go. Promise I wasn't doing the alien bounce. I was trying to get somewhere. I was just bad at it, which is mildly ironic because I have a lot of practice. Yeah, this is actually really awkward to build because I also need to be seeing what's going on. I hate rain with vibrant. Then turn off vibrant visuals. This is the way to solve that problem. Oopsies. Hello. Whoa, wait, hang on. What button did I press there? Because that didn't just open the pause menu. That opened... Interesting. If you press F4... it opens the player list. So you don't need to click pause and then social. You can just press F4. I've been itching to use the bounce command all stream. Either you stopped too soon or you did it while I was AFK. Wahaha. Yeah, I don't think I've done much alien bouncing. Like a lot of the bouncing I have done has been just like trying to navigate this build. Decidedly non-bouncy today. Yeah, exactly. It's because I've been really getting into it. A lot of the streams that I've done this season, I haven't just had a project that's reasonably mindless to basically get on with and do. Whereas this project is you know, it doesn't require too much thought. I can kind of just get on with it and talk at the same time. That's another reason why I wanted to do something like this, is for that exact reason. When I look back to the streams I've enjoyed the most, they've been the ones where I haven't... The gameplay hasn't been so much the focus, and it's been more just like hanging out with you guys, basically. And the way to do that is to literally just do a really miscellaneous task like building this cliff or mining. And I wasn't going to go mining at this point in the season because it seemed a bit of a waste of time. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I do keep jumping in the water, though. That is a thing I have done. Yeah, no, this is working quite well for me. That, on the other hand, not working too well for me. Let's just sleep real quickly. Yeah, we may need to get, like... Oh, never mind. The joys of multiplayer. Hang on, let me press F4 to see who's online. Joys of multiplayer. I wonder if we can rebind that F4 key. So we can obviously rebind F8 to do things like toggle the position, which is what I've got it set to. I wonder if it's possible to rebind F4. I bet because it's using the new UI, it isn't. Unfortunately. If you use the old UI, it would be. Oh wait, I've gone too far in. I'm so used to just jumping in the water to place the stone. But I cannot do that anymore. Rebind F4 to Alt F4. Yeah, that seems like a great idea, actually. Who needs to play this game? You all just got to Alt F4 instead. That's all. That's what you're doing wrong. Anybody struggling with Minecraft? You've just not hit Alt F4 enough times. Oops. There's a hole there. Who put that there? Also, I will point out that in my time of not streaming or recording, Jen has caught me, I think, twice now, alien bouncing on stream. Both times, one of them looks intentional, but it was not intentional. It started off as I was basically looking to find Jen in the shopping district, and then she like flew somewhere else, and I was like, you know what? Nah, never mind. I then got distracted by the railway system that has been built. So I was just bouncing along the railway, and then Jen happened to be just starting to chat on a tree as I was bouncing by the railway, and I did not know that she was up there. So she literally just had a view of like me bouncing by on the railway. And then the other time was she flew over here when I just finished that build and saw me alien bouncing on the roof when I was chatting to some people in Discord. So yeah, I do. This is proven, hopefully, that I'm not just doing this for the bit. I do just also do it off camera. Anybody that's like ever been in VC with me where I've streamed my screen can also confirm, because normally, eventually, at some point in the screen share, I'll start alien bouncing and they'll be like, Alien, I cannot watch this anymore. It's just bouncing. And I'll be like, why? It's so therapeutic. But no. They don't like the alien bounce. You know what? It actually would be helpful both from an inventory management perspective and also a just general building perspective if I've extended the island first and then did the cliff, because then I wouldn't have to worry about placing in blocks or falling in that hole. So let me just actually empty out all of my cobble and then just get only dirt, which I also, from memory, we don't have tons of. Okay, we have a few. We'll be fine for now. We like the bounce so much we want to track how often you do it to improve your mental health via in-game therapy. Sure. Yeah, I'll just build it to the deep slate, and then if it doesn't actually go like that, that's fine. But then that way we just have something to stand on, you know? Okay, I do need to make a quick decision, though. What am I doing about that? Actually. How long would it take you to... I wondered how long it would take you to put in a floor. Yeah. Well, there's going to be one anyway, so I might as well do it first, and then that'll sort of help with the building a bit. Because I know I said I was going to change the cliff so that it would line up with that, but what about this bit? I think originally I was thinking I'm going to get rid of it. Because originally I was going to build a tunnel here, and I've decided it was going to look terrible, and I'm probably not going to do that anymore. Okay, for now we'll just do it as how it is, and then if I change it, I change it. Sometimes I feel like it's nice to have a base that changes over time, and where you do one thing and then maybe it ends up changing a little later. I think sometimes that's nice. Ever evolving. Item dumb is broke now? What? I don't know what you mean. What's broke? Oh, item dump. Not for me. I use it. I don't know if you can hear me. Guess time to reload packs. Yeah, if it's just not showing for you at all, then that might be that. I wonder if... Yeah, no, I'm guessing they haven't added that in, actually, because... Whoops. Yeah, I was just... For anybody that wasn't here at the start of the stream, I was just showing off a new feature that's been added that's parity in Java, technically, where if you press a number on your key whilst hovering over a keyboard, whilst hovering over an item, it goes to that slot. So if I press 5, then it's going to switch around like that. So I can quickly move, like let's say my pickaxe is up here and I want to put it in my first class slot. I can just press 1, it'll switch. I can do the same with my sword. It's nice. Getting quick vibes. Oof. Oof. Poor Moss? Yes. Moss is struggling with the mince raft. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, so this is the area where bits might end up changing, depending on what I want to build. Or I might just flatten this as well. I will also say, like, right now the island is relatively flat, but the plan is once the buildings are in to then add different layers and stuff. Like, all the buildings will be roughly on the same level, but even then I might change it. Is that new? I feel like there's a new building, new house over there in Eladrin's area. It's in the middle of construction, so we won't look too closely at that. This is how I'm constantly losing items. I'm accidentally hitting numbers whilst in chest. Yeah, but this is a new... So that's been a thing on Java for years and years. What surprised me is it hasn't been a thing on Bedrock for a while. I'm pretty sure it was actually only this last drop that it was added, which is nice. I just didn't know that was a thing until... I didn't know that was a thing on Bedrock, I should say, until the start of the stream, when I accidentally pressed a button right as I was about to go live. I wasn't streaming yet. Oh, great. Now I get to do it in Bedrock too. Yeah. I know, aren't you so excited? It's just what you were asking for, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't remember anybody talking about that. Like, part of me is tempted to make a YouTube short on it. But it's parity. Hey, parity isn't always good. That nodecraft message seems to come up more times than I said it to. We're not allowed to complain about parity. Mojang says so. Mojang has spoken. So we're not allowed to complain about... No, I just read that. Never mind. Never mind. How are we looking? I feel like I don't have any point of reference because this thing is in the way. I can't see how far around we've got. But yeah, we've still got quite a while to go. The other thing is, this bit might end up changing because I'm going to add a bridge here. Maybe. I don't know. It would be a diagonal bridge, though. Because this is that was the other thing. Originally, this was going to be the entrance, but then I'm getting rid of this and changing this slightly, so maybe it's not anymore. I don't know. I haven't planned it out yet, so I don't know what I'm doing. And now there's an angry horde of zombies that I need to sleep to get rid of. Oops. Let me in. All right, I think we are getting to that point in the stream where I'm running out of things to talk about. So, if you have any questions for me to answer, whether it be about Minecraft Bedrock Edition or my channel, me, etc., then now is the time, perfect time in fact, to ask them. Hi, yes, I have a question. Cathadora, you have the microphone. It's an invisible microphone that you have to imagine. So, you please do that. I will now be taking questions from the press. When will the UFO command return? Cathadora has now been banned. We will not be answering any further questions. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really decided what format I want to do it in yet. I might need to make like a little UFO hangar and build them in there maybe. Is perhaps one way of doing it? Yeah, the only reason I don't have it is because I haven't decided the format. It's no other reason than that. So, you know, it'll come back. My favorite bread brand? I don't have a favorite bread brand. I legitimately don't. That is not just me saying it because of the whole bread cult thing. I actually don't. So I cannot answer that question. On the basis that I don't have an answer. Falling in a hole. The hole I'm trying to cover up, in fact, I have fallen into. This is not ideal at all. This was not part of the whole reason that we were doing this was so I wouldn't fall into it. And look what I've done. I've fallen into it. Not part of the plan. Another food cult I thought we left us behind in Season 4. This bread cult has existed long before Season 4 of Truly Bedrock. And predated my time on Truly Bedrock also, which isn't that hard. How long do you think the current season of TV will run? Is there a milestone you guys are waiting for? Without the annual releases, the timeline gets a bit more wibbly wobbly. That is a pretty good question. So what I will say is there's been like offhand comments of like, what do we think about season 8? Not for like, you know, let's do it tomorrow. But just sort of like, where are people's heads at right now? And I think like generally what people are saying is that they want to still continue, which is good because it hasn't been a year yet. I think like at minimum a season will last a year. I can't see we doing a season that would be any less than that. Especially when a lot of people have opinions about the length of season 3, which was a shorter season as well, from people that were left around that time. So yeah, so I don't really have like an exact timeline because the thing is, it's just not been discussed. Like every time we've talked about it, it's sort of been like, we need to wait more. We don't, nobody feels ready to move on yet, which I think is fair. A lot of the members have been hit with real life stuff or busy just in general. Things that have taken them away from the server. Obviously, in some cases, it's not all been like doom and gloom. In some cases, people like Silent, for example, have found success in things like Mindcrack. And, you know, I'm sure that he'll return for Season 8, hopefully. But, you know, right now he's kind of riding the high that's working for him. Same with Smurf and Hardcore, although he, I think, really wants to come back, so that's nice. That is weird. Smurf just messaged me. I literally just said your name on stream and you messaged me. We heard those Discord pings. Oh yeah, I've not really muted the thing. There we go. Yeah, no, I doubt that. I don't know about that even. What? What do you doubt? Or not doubt. That's not what you said. I don't know why I said doubt. What was the I don't know about that in response to? Tater cult and beetroot cult are better. Blasphemy. Or Bedrock being broken for several months. Yeah, to be fair, or Bedrock being broken for several months. The Silent will return for Season 8. Why do you think that? There's always that possibility, but he's still, you know, he's still here. Like behind the scenes, we still talk to him regularly and stuff. He didn't come to loads of meetings to begin with anyway. So, you know, not having him in meetings isn't that unusual, especially at this point in the season when most people aren't in meetings. But like, he's still here. If he wanted to leave, he could have. Just what I'm getting from things he said. Maybe. I don't know. Does he even do much Minecraft content at the moment? Because I feel like he's just not playing much survival at all. This is the problem with not being awake for some of these streams. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We will just have to see what happens with Silent. And also, I don't want to speculate because I don't know. And it's not really my business per se. But I think he'd probably want to. It's probably just a thing about time and like what's working for him. He's not doing any Minecraft as far as I know. He's finished all his storylines. So that's what I mean. I feel like he'll want to play survival still. Like, I can't imagine him being done with survival in general. But yeah, and Smurf has said to me that... Well, Smurf's always said to me that he always wants to come back. And his is just a thing of, like, Hardcore was doing really well in the 100 days. Although I think it's doing less well now. not to call him out. But I'm pretty sure his views are, like, quite similar to his old TB episodes. So I'm kind of, like, semi-using that as a way to convince him to come back. I keep making suggestions of things he could do and he shoots them down every time. Well, just let him do his thing. Unless he's asking for suggestions, in which case, give him suggestions. Who else? Yeah, most people, honestly, other than that, are mainly just here for, like, real life, or not here, sorry, for real life issues, or, like, time commitments. Like, I think, beyond Smurf and Silent, who are being more successful elsewhere, and also by proxy, like Foxy, who is technically, I think, still listed as a member, and, well, Beardstone left, but, you know, before that season, this season. I think the more you try to convince someone to do something, the worse it will get. Yes, literally. I can do it to Smurf because we're friends. But when, like, commenters or chatters start doing it, then it just is a bit... what's the word? To be clear, I only make suggestions when he says he doesn't have anything to stream. I don't even know what the state of Minecraft is at the moment. Like, is anybody active on it? I don't know. I don't follow anyone else except for Silent on there. But to be fair, like, also, TB doesn't have loads of activity either, so I don't know if we want to talk about that. But again, it's just one of those things. It's you know, a lot going on for people. Like, everybody has a real life outside of content, and everybody has their own stuff. And I think we're just at an unfortunate point where basically every member that isn't around here as often as they would like is typically having like something IRL or some, you know, it's not like anybody just goes MIA and then doesn't say where they are, basically. That's the point I'm trying to make. Nobody's just like disappeared and then never been seen again. This is very flat, isn't it? Except me. No, you said as well. You didn't just disappear. Well, since you've been here. Yeah, sure, but I'm talking about right now. I mean, okay, fine. What people say publicly and what they say privately is different, but like, you know, that's their business. Not you guys don't need to know everything. Sorry to break it to you. In the nicest way possible. Some things are just not right to share publicly. But we want to know everything, says Jade. Well, I don't know what to say. Not very interesting. Echo Soldier was supposed to join one season long ago when Monster never came back and apparently didn't tell anyone why. Oh man, that was going to happen eventually, wasn't it? Yeah, we might need to light this bit up. I mean, look, I scroll through old Discord messages when I first joined, and I was always curious what happened with him. And I don't know, I saw messages of him saying stuff, so like, I don't know. When will be now then? I guess that was a real creeper. Yes. When will be now then? Oh, somebody else is sleeping. Never mind. Yeah, if whoever that is, if they could just sleep forever, then that would be great. Thank you. But when? But when? Why is the sky blue? I don't know. Because it's the best color, obviously. That's why the sky is blue. There's a chicken. Don't know what it's doing, but it's there. I'm not sure about the floating railway track. We may need to add in some support. It is swimming to shore. To be fair, it does look like it's making some progress. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep beep beep. Do 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 do. I know I've said it a few times, and this isn't really the point I was originally making, but I will make it again because it's one of those that I feel like can't be said enough. Like, don't put pressure on people to come back to TB or anywhere else. You know, like, you generally don't know, you know, what's going on behind the scenes and why somebody isn't active on the server, or anything like that. So, like, don't be that one guy that's just like, when somebody uploads, like, wow, it's been a while since I've seen you. And obviously, you can do it in a nice way that's like, oh, I'm so happy that you're back. But just like, where have you been? You have broken all of my trust. You know, be nice. Be nice. I don't, but that's good, because I never said you did. Not sure why you keep saying that. Well, I'm not directing it at you. I'm directing it at everyone, because people have said it to me before. And then I haven't streamed, because I don't need that sort of pressure. I'm not sure why it seems to have frustrated you. I'm sorry if it has. I will keep saying it because people keep doing things, saying it to me. And other people as well. This is not just a me issue. other people have also expressed people in their comments and live stream chats doing the same thing. So yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it. Hey Bird, how's it going? How is the bird today? What? Are you emailing me again? No, you're not. Good. Well, somebody is emailing me, but not the person I thought it was. What did I deep slate? I'm just repeating what a couple of members told us. I'm guessing that's about, yeah, Echo. I mean, yeah, I wasn't there, so I don't really know the ins and outs, so. Bloop. Why was that stone there? Did I accidentally place that? The bird is doing fabulous. This is excellent news. We do like it when the bird is doing fabulous. This is excellent news. Our voice is starting to hurt. It's not like it used to be. Back in the old days. I've not taken painkillers yet today. What? Is that a thing you're... I feel like that's the thing you were meant to do. Unless you're saying that in a good thing that's like, you don't need to. In which case, yay. I feel like that could be interpreted multiple ways. It's a good thing because of dentist last week. This is excellent news. Yeah, I feel like I've missed a lot of... Was I here for the last TB meeting? I can't remember. I feel like I've missed a lot of Joel-related updates. Because I've missed a lot of your streams recently. So I do apologize. When was the last meeting? Yeah, I don't think I made that one, did I? I have a job where I'm busiest on weekends, so meetings is less than ideal timing. Went for root canal, left without the tooth. Enough said. Fair enough. Hope it went well. Well, Jill has not had many streams lately either. Well, maybe that's why I've missed them. Last Friday, I barely made it 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay. Fair enough then. That's what I have worked out. The great mystery of why I have missed your streams. It's not my fault. This is excellent news. Couldn't talk. Oof, that's not ideal. I feel like I haven't done one in a while. Well, maybe you should just go live right now. And then I'll raid you. No, I don't know. I do need to talk to you, though. I do have the day off. Ooh. Well, I am legitimately finishing soon, so... It seems like your last stream's in 2025. It probably was. Probably was. What was I going to say? I don't know. Hope you've been enjoying your day off, though. That's always nice. I was saying in the last stream, I've got so much editing to do, but like not YouTube editing, although I do have that as well, but photo editing. I think I actually have 10,000 photos to go through and cull. Which is just like the process of photo editing, for those that may or may not be aware. Or at least the process I take. You know, people have different approaches. Is I'll obviously import everything off the camera. I will do the culling. So I'll look through and pick all the photos that I want to keep and all the ones I don't want to keep. I will get rid of. Well, actually, I don't get rid of them until I finish editing. Just in case. But anyway, I'll go through those. I then do like this batch edit on all of them, which is basically Lightroom, which is the editing software I use, has a like a machine learning thing called denoise, which depending on like your camera's settings and also the lighting and the environment, your photos can get a little bit noisy, which often happens in sports photography because you have to have a very fast shutter, which doesn't let in lots of light, in a badly lit like gym or basketball court. So Lightroom denoise is a lifesaver, and it just uses machine learning to basically take out some of that noise. And if you use too much, then it looks like plastic and like the Barbie movie. If you use too little, then there's still noise. So it's about, I have like, normally I use 25% and it works fine. And that takes a while to do. So I normally run that in batch on all the photos before I start editing, because then I can see what they're like without any noise. And then also, it means I can see if they're in focus or not. Sometimes I'll pick one thinking it's in focus, but then denoise will run and I'll be like, oh, this actually very much is not in focus now that I can see it behind all the noise. If that made any sort of sense. So yeah, then I'll just edit, which is just a case of I have a preset that has all of my color and lighting settings in already, depending on the team I'm shooting for, or the sport in some cases. So I can just go through, apply the preset to each photo, and then adjust the exposure, because sometimes it needs a bit of extra, sometimes it needs a bit less. But all the other settings are generally like just a preset, because well, I spent many time trying to work out a preset that works, and I have one now, so that's why they call me the alien preset that works doctor. I was doing better ignoring things and just playing guitar. Been one step away from throwing my PC and my coffee machine. No, not the coffee machine. I mean, fair enough, get rid of the PC. But surely the coffee machine isn't at fault here. Oh, man. Right, do I have any dirt? Okay, I do. Oh, yeah, I should have enough. I was worried I wouldn't have enough dirt then to finish this. And that's one of those things, I hate going mining for dirt. It's like, imagine, I don't know. There's just something about it. It's not that hard, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just feels wrong. Going mining for dirt. Speaking of photo editing, I need to do this afternoon to get ready for a game tomorrow. PS Affinity now has batch processing. It doesn't have cataloging though, and that's what I also need. I don't know, as much as I hate Adobe, a single Lightroom subscription isn't terrible. It's if you buy everything. And I don't need everything. I just need Lightroom and Photoshop, which come together. So, okay, in fact, I've just seen the time. So, unless presumably Moss is not actually going to go live, which is fine. So I am going to hang on, what's this screen? And then I'm going to find somebody to raid. Unless there are any of the TB members in chat which are planning on going live in the next 5 minutes. I might later. Well, hopefully I'll be able to check it out. Let's see who is live in my following list. Take care, Alien. Thanks, you too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, go wait. I'll open Twitch and a random stream start playing. You never know what a random stream on Twitch could entail. Groover's on. Yeah, I'll probably raid Groover. Because to be fair, there's not loads of people on Bedrock anyway. Like if somebody... Because I raid Groover quite a lot, because normally he is on TB. Well, not normally, but often he has been on TB, is what I'm trying to say is. So often I raid him. But because he's not on TB, I would have raided a Farlands member or somebody I don't normally get to raid very often. But in the long roundabout way, I'm trying to say there's basically not many other Bedrock people on right now. Groover, be quiet for a second. Thank you. Anyway, Affinity Photo Batch job feature found allows you... Yeah, but that's not... That's helpful, but that's not... It's not what I need. I need, like, the cataloging, which Affinity doesn't have. Anyway. I want to do an ominous trial chamber at some point, looking to get a mace. Let me know if you want to do that as a group, and I'll try and join if I'm available. Violin, glad you probably maybe turned into a stream. Yes. To be fair, out of all the times I've said I was going to stream today, I feel like today was one of the most likeliest. So that's excellent news. All right, cool. Thanks so much for watching. New YouTube video coming soon. I'll see you in Groover's stream. Have a good one. Bye.